Oh man, I was gonna wait for Spencer to say something dumb, and he didn't do it.
No, no, you
All right, everybody. Good afternoon, internet friends. Evening, morning, depending on when you're watching the show. I don't know where you are. I don't know where you live. Could be watching YouTube. It's on the YouTube. Check the YouTube. Anyway, this is
knowing where people live on Twitch, Bobby. That's bad.
episode 5 of Beards, Tattoos, and Video Games. I am one of your hosts, the Party Train. Down in that corner, wait, where's my finger? There it is my main man, the Spenger 1. Right below me, is Flankton.
Woo!
All right, how's everybody's weeks? How do we do?
My week was pretty busy with work, but I still got to play some good video games.
Ooh, I like video cards.
Yep. I got a new 3DS this week.
Nice. How's that? How does that charger work?
I know it's. Shut up. It doesn't come with a charger. You know this.
Oh boy.
Trolls are real. It's sold out everywhere, but I found one online, and it was back ordered, but then I got it delivered, and it all worked out really well. So, yeah.
Well, aren't you frickin' special? What about you, Nate? How are you doing?
I'm good. I played a bunch of Dragon Ball Z to talk about, and really it. Just played Dragon Ball Z, and I played some Counter-Strike. Suck ass at that game.
I'm damn proud of you for sucking ass at that game. I've never played it, so I mean, I couldn't tell you if it's any good at all.
I mean, it's fun. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not killing people when I think I should be, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or I'm just bad. So.
I don't know. I think the learning curve on that game is pretty high, isn't it?
I have no idea. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. Like,
yeah.
There's a bunch of strategies, but I guess that comes with like having a team. And... All right, you guys are gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And there's like a mic system in it, and people talk to you, and I can't wait for people to be like, "Hey, do this," and I'm be like, "I don't know what that means," and then just like totally blow it, and they're gonna rage. So.
Rage cage.
It's fun though. I'll probably play a little bit more. Yeah,
good.
That's it. Just
play more.
Counter-Strike. Woo!
Dragon Ball Z and Counter-Strike. Those games are fun.
They're fun.
Well, I mean, I think I don't know about Counter-Strike. I know about the Dragon Ball Z games. Fun. I don't play that. It's a good game.
He's the man.
All right, let's just jump straight into the LCS. How anybody watch any of the LCS this week?
I watched the CLG game.
Of course you did, nerd.
Yeah, I watched. Damn, I watched another game, but I can't remember. I just watched the end of that game.
DSM and Impulse.
Yeah, that's crazy. Pulse one. I didn't watch anything else besides the Nexus blowing up. So if it was a good game or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I watched the early game and it was pretty typical stuff, but I didn't watch anything else of that game.
I was going with both teams for Fantasy LCS for that game.
I just need it.
I've got Team Impulse and TSM on my Fantasy LCS, so whatever.
I needed the Burger King to do work, but I don't know how well he did that game. I don't think he did very well. Because I know in most of the team fights he was pretty non-existent.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? It happens. I heard Dignitas got rolled again.
Yeah.
Dignitas.
Got 0.16 of a point.
God damn it.
I heard that Zingy didn't even take runes.
Really?
So, yeah, or he took the wrong runes or something like that.
He could have restarted.
I just read some... Yeah, they didn't. I guess the tweet from Kiwi Kid said that he was like afraid to cause attention.
Afraid to be that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so he just rolled it and they lost. So it's like,
God damn it, Azingi. Well, he better make up for this game, which is the last game of today, Game 5.
Playing CLG.
I got 5 on it. No, they're playing somebody. I don't remember.
Oh, it's Counterlogic Gaming. No, yeah, they're not this next one.
The next game is CLG and somebody else, but the last game is Dignitas and Liquid. I don't know who Dignitas is playing today. I don't know.
Dignitas is playing Teammate.
Oh yeah, Maple Street and the Teammate Club.
Maple Street in a shoe. Get hype.
All right, well, what do we got for news? You got any news down there, Steven?
Alright. Even. Is that me?
Yeah, I just made up a name. I don't know.
All right. I tried to look up some stuff, but there's like nothing. It's a lot of like cross-platform stuff, so I'm sure you'll cover anything important. But the only thing that I saw that was kind of neat was there's a new Simpsons DLC update for the Minecraft, so you can be.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. You can be anybody from the Simpsons, even though on the PC version I already just loaded in the Groundskeeper Willie skin that I use, so PC already did it, I guess. Suck it. And the other thing was that Fable Legends was free to play, but I think we might have talked about that already.
No, we talked about it before the stream.
Oh, well,
yeah.
So it's going free to play.
FTP.
I mean, I'm okay with that because it's I don't know if it has a cohesive story. It's just kind of 4v1.
Yeah, isn't it gonna be kind of like a MOBA type thing, kind of almost?
Yeah,
Seems,
where if you're
like
the one
person.
player, you're the MOBA. Like you tell the map, okay, spawn enemies here, try to flank them here, stop it. And then if you're the 4 players, you fight against this one, all powerful. But yeah, I'm glad it's free to play and I don't have to spend $60 on a multiplayer game.
Yeah, that's good. It's good news.
Yeah. So I signed up for the beta for Windows 10 and for Xbox. So
are you gonna get
I'm
that
excited.
Fable game?
Who are you talking to? Spencer?
Anybody?
Oh.
Either one of you?
Well, if
Fable
it
Legends?
Yeah.
if it's gonna
Yes,
be
I
on
will get Fable Legends.
if it's gonna be on the computer, I'll get it, especially if it's free.
It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't
says
matter
Xbox
anymore.
One and PC.
No,
Oh well
but-
then.
But it doesn't matter anymore because Windows 10 has crossplay with all Xbox games.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I don't have an
right,
Xbox.
right.
Well, no, like
Yeah.
I said if it's on PC, I can play, but if it's on Xbox One, I can't play. So it does still matter.
No, but it doesn't matter because you can still play with.
But
us
I wouldn't be able to play if it wasn't on PC. That's what I was trying to say.
It is.
Shut up, Spencer.
I got you. I understand. Anyway,
That's all I
sign
got.
up for beta, FableLegends.com, and you can get into the beta, hopefully.
Do
Dad.
that right now.
Beta.
It's pretty cool.
Do
You
it.
can link it with your
Fable.
Windows Live account.
It's doing it right now, right now during the live show.
Right now. HTC just announced a partnership with Valve. We all know that the Steam OS has kind of come out with Big Picture on Steam, but not really because we still haven't seen that janky Steam controller anywhere, right?
Yeah.
It is not supposed to get announced soon?
Well, the controller was announced last year, but nobody's even seen anything come of it at all. Yeah. So we're still waiting on that, but they just announced with HTC that they're going to be making a Steam VR headset. So it's basically the Oculus, but Valve and HTC.
Oh, well that's
I
fun.
think it has also external cameras where you can put it on and actually walk around and see what's in front of you and like, stuff that way. I don't know. It looks interesting.
That'll be wild and crazy kids.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I mean, net neutrality, that's a big thing, but it's not really for gaming. It is for gaming, you know.
Yeah, it's for everybody.
So that way my multiplayer
everybody.
packets don't get sniffed out by Verizon and
Yeah.
like, oh, well, we'll put them lower on.
Yeah. Well, heading over to the PlayStation front, we got a lot of news, which is we got a lot of multi-platform stuff too. 18 characters have been announced total for Mortal Kombat now.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, Jacqueline Briggs, Takashi Takeda, Kung Jin, Goro, Melina, Ermac, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Cassie Cage, Devora, Kotal Khan, Farah and Tor, Raiden, Kano, Reptile, Katana, Kung Lao, and Quan Chi. And we have some new rumored fighters too. I mean, Cyrax we already knew, Sonya we talked about, Jax we talked about, Rain is a rumored character, Chinook, Johnny Cage, Aaron Black, and Sindel. Also a rumored character, 2 rumored characters that they're talking about is Spawn and Predator. So
That'd be neat.
that would be actually a lot of fun. I think Predator would play a lot like Cyrax and those guys, though. So, but Spawn would be fun. Spawn would be cool, super good.
Cool.
In news, pretty big news that has never happened yet. PlayStation Plus March lineup is not quite ready to be revealed. It is March 1st, and they still don't have it out yet. So, I don't know what games you're gonna get this month for PlayStation Plus. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see. Might be Drive Club.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about Drive Club gonna be in it because they've been working on it and the game's still broken. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? That game's been broken since it came out. I don't even know if it works yet. It could work. I don't know. I haven't played it. Never tried it. But if it is Drive Club, the PlayStation Plus version, it'll be interesting to see if anybody even plays it or downloads it. Or even cares that Drive Club's out, because Gran Turismo 6 has been announced that they're working on it, so I don't know how many people are going to be into Drive Club for much longer.
I'll download Drive Club and maybe play it, but as long as it's free on PlayStation Plus, right?
Yeah, I mean, I might give it a whirl. Give it a little turn on and give it a try.
Good old Shry.
Alright, let's see here. Dark Souls 2's newest invader is the Forlorn. They announced a new DLC pack. And the Forlorn is a new invader coming to Dark Souls 2 with Scholar of the First Sin. Like other evil invaders, the Forlorn glows a threatening red as he invades your game. In the video above, it shows there's a video on there. Yeah, he hunts you through the whole game. So, like most things, they'll give up or they'll die. But he'll just keep coming after you until you're dead. So...
Yeah, I've tried to play Dark Souls 2 in Dark Souls, but I'm real bad at it. Like, unusually bad. And like the other Nate keeps saying, you should just play it. You should just play it.
Yeah.
Like, but like I'm real bad.
Like real bad.
Like real bad.
All right. Life is Strange episode 2 delayed.
Any reason behind that? They have to come out with it.
Yeah. The Don't Nod Entertainment has spoken about the reported delay, assuring Life is Strange episode 2 is on track. However, this does not explain whether or not the release will be slightly later than the original planned 6-week release cycle. So it's been delayed, and then it was updated that it's not delayed, but it's scheduled to come out March 13th. So I guess we'll see if it comes out or not.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're getting conflicted stories.
For a Russian friend in chat, Dust514 came out with a new update, but that's just because Russians are the only
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. You know, in the Eve universe, as the first-person shooter in the Eve universe, it's interesting.
Oh, that's fun.
But, yeah.
Well, brutalities are coming back to Mortal Kombat X. Back to the Mortal Kombat story. That's pretty much all there is to talk about that. Brutalities are fun. You just beat the crap out of people forever.
Yeah.
Alright, Far Cry 4 Valley of the Yetis add-on coming March 10th. So the DLC for Far Cry 4 is coming out March 10th in the US and March 11th in Europe. So you're to fight Yetis in the Himalayas.
Whoa.
Yeah, so...
Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, dude, I'm just saying. Oh, and here's net neutrality. We already talked about that. I mean, it's pretty big news that nobody talked about ever.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things to happen to the internet since the internet, and no one talked about it at all.
It's a really positive thing to happen.
Yeah. Well, and nobody even brought it up at all. Nobody cared.
The thing that I find interesting is it's like, yeah, okay, the small man won. Like, we as a people who wanted this won over the big giant companies like Verizon or Comcast or Charter, whatever, Time Warner. But the only granted, there were 4 million letters sent in to the FCC, like, hey, you guys passed net neutrality, like, this is a good thing to happen. But the only real reason why net neutrality passed is because other big companies like Google and Netflix were on the small guy's side. Like that's really the only reason why.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not because it's not because like the small guy banded together and we.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have cared.
Other companies were pitted against other companies. That's the only reason.
Yeah. I mean, the government wouldn't have cared if we had every person in the world except for those 3 or 5 people that voted, and they all signed to say the petition shouldn't go through, and they wouldn't give a shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm glad it passed.
Yeah, no, it's really good news. Like it's great. It's a good thing. Good thing to happen.
Verizon says it's bad, but
Well, Verizon's stupid. Verizon can go jump in a river. Let's see here. Shovel Knight coming to PS4, PS3, Vita in April. Shovel Knight will be released on the PS4, PS3, and the Vita on April 21st.
But that's after my birthday.
During the launch leak, PlayStation Plus subscribers will be able to download Shovel Knight for 10% off. So between April 21st and April 27th, if you have PlayStation Plus, you get 10% off Shovel Knight. And you get, there's God of War. Kratos is going to be in the game, so.
Shovel Knight?
Yeah, he's gonna be one of the. It's like a new boss in the game, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Kratos in the Shovel Knight world, and you get to beat him up as the Shovel Knight.
Good band name.
Awesome.
Kratos and the Shovel Knight.
Kratos and the Shovel Knights. I'm into it. Slender: The Arrival is heading toward PS4 on March 24th and Xbox One on March 25th.
You know, I played through Slender a little bit on PC.
Yeah.
And not that impressive.
Yeah, I've heard it wasn't very good. Like I heard it was very lackluster in the scare department.
Yeah, not that impressive. I didn't care that the Slenderman came after me and killed me. Like, I'm just gonna go through the forest, and if I see the Slenderman, I see him. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just as long as, you know, some little kid who's saying, I follow the Slenderman, doesn't come after me. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
You know, because that actually happened in real life.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get it. I don't care. And I think it's gonna be $10 or something like that. So I don't care.
Well,
not into it.
Play it on my Steam account.
I'll just do that then.
Yeah.
The Castle game announced for PS4. The Castle game is a real-time strategy castle defense game. The game is structured around the basic form of creating a fortress and defending it using forces like archers, sorcerers, and knights against the evil hordes. So it's like a tower defense, but only you get to build your own castle.
That's neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, I feel like it's a more complex version of the Siege, but the other side of it, right?
I would make a giant wiener.
Yeah, every TTP like, man. We talked about this last week.
Time to penis. Time to the first penis.
Yeah, about 30 seconds. I mean, we all know it.
My castle, and it would just come like hot oil.
We need to level 18 plus for this stream.
Yeah, apparently, like we just got real X-rated for a second.
Sorry.
That's all right. Whatever.
Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number, coming March 10th. Pre-orders are open.
Wrong number. That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it's coming March 10th. You can pre-order the game on PC, PS4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita. It'll be on Steam, Humble, and that GOG one that you use all the time. What's that called again?
Green Man Gaming?
Yeah, that one.
I like Green Man Gaming.
Yeah, they'll probably have it, so. And if you pre-order it, you get Payday 2 masks. So.
That's cool.
There you go.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
I mean, I play Payday 2 still every once in a while.
I would love to play some Payday 2.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to play that for a while.
I
you guys want to,
watched people play it once.
Probably watch me play it.
Yeah, probably.
Do you guys want to dive into some of our games that we've played this week?
I'm not even close to done yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm still talking news, bro.
PlayStation news, man.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Heroes set for North America and Europe. They don't release date yet, but Dragon Quest Heroes is coming to PS4 in 2015 in the West. So that's great news. That game looks like a lot of fun. They announced a couple fighters in Street Fighter V. One of them was Charlie Ken, something like that. I don't know.
Charlie Nash.
Charlie Nash, yeah, that's his name.
I don't even know Street Fighters, but I've seen that too.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Street Fighters, but I don't know who he is.
So that's pretty cool. Lords of the Fallen Ancient Labyrinth DLC hits next week. Come out March 3rd. I don't know if anybody's even playing this game. I don't think it's sold very well. So if you have that game, you get DLC this week.
Yay.
Firmware update for PlayStation 4 is not too far out. It says Fred Dutton, somebody who works for PlayStation apparently. I don't know who he is.
But what any news on what that firmware update's gonna be?
No, it's firmware 2.02. Basically, that's all it says.
All right.
Oh, and it's gonna add HDD backup and delete specific DLC for games to help save space. There you go.
Well, that's it. They're trying to save space.
Yeah, that's good. Good news. Axiom Verge release date and details revealed. This game is going to be so much fun. I don't know if you guys have seen this game. It's classified as a Metroidvania game. And it's coming to PS4 on March 31st, April 1st in Europe. It's going to be $20. It'll be also coming to PS Vita and PC, though they haven't released any dates for that yet. But if you haven't heard of this game or you haven't seen this game, you need to go look it up because this game is going to be so much fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Clockwork, an intriguing new puzzle platformer that's been announced for PlayStation. Looks like a lot of fun. There's just screenshots. There's no real like what's going on, but it looks like fun. Puzzle platformers are always fun.
Not Gianna Sisters?
Yeah, that wasn't a puzzle platformer. That was just an annoying platformer. Blizzard explains Diablo 3 microtransactions won't come to the West. So Blizzard this week has announced that they're bringing microtransactions to Diablo 3, but it's not coming to Europe and North America. It sounds like it's just in the Asian markets.
Nice.
Yeah, so with
Why?
with patch 2.2, they'll have that out.
Because Blizzard will get too much shit for adding microtransactions.
Yeah.
People quit the game.
People-
Rage quit for microtransactions.
yeah. People will rage quit on that so hard. This is kind of irritating to me. There's an image going around that Mortal Kombat X's first skin pack will themed around feudal Japan. They already have skin packs getting ready to come out, and the game isn't out yet. Why can't you just put it in the game? It's a skin. It's not like it's a giant new map. It's a goddamn skin. Just put it in the fucking game. I don't understand that. That's all I have for news. yeah, because I that's just so goddamn irritating that you would do that. Like, it's a skin pack. I understand the maps thing. Like, they didn't plan that map, and they're like, oh, well, we have this other idea, so let's just make it DLC. But then you have a skin pack that you can't put in the game. It's a skin pack. I hate everything.
I can understand the idea behind that with, like, free-to-play MOBAs. Have to make money somehow. I get that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But not for a fighter game.
For a fighter game that's not out yet.
Like, I disagree with some microtransactions, and I've already rage quit the game.
Yeah. I'm already rage quitting Mortal Kombat. I don't even care anymore. I'm out.
Oh, man.
Well, that's all I have for news, so let's jump into some stuff. As some of you may or may not know, every week we review some games. We play a game a week, or maybe 2 or 3, depending on if it's a short game or not. Like The Order. The Order was short. We'll get into that, though.
But it was fun, though, right?
I loved that game, and I'm going to rant for a long time about that, about how people are stupid. But anyway, moving past that, we spend the last part of our show reviewing games, so we're going to jump right into that. Who wants to go first? Let's not all volunteer at once. All right.
That's Nate.
Nate played Dragonball Xenoverse. Holla at your boy.
This game is so good. Well, as a Dragon Ball fan, it is so good.
Yeah.
As like a video game fan, okay. That's alright, because it's a Dragon Ball game, and it's great. And I like the best thing about this game is that I knew about it about 24 hours prior to purchasing it. So there was no like anticipation or like having to wait.
That's
like,
awesome.
Like, oh, there's a new game, and then I just bought it and got to play it like 24 hours later.
Well, because I think
It's
talked about
amazing.
it on last week's stream, and it's like,
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about it on
Dragon Ball
Sunday.
Xenoverse is coming out, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna go play that.
Yeah.
all Bob
He was
said
like, "What's
it's
that?"
like an RPG Dragon Ball game, and I was like, all right, I'm in. Like, okay, for the new like next gen consoles. All right, cool. And I bought it on Monday. I pre-purchased and downloaded it, and then at 9 o'clock on Monday, 12 o'clock on the East Coast, it was available for me to play. So I got to play Monday night. Been playing it all week. Super fun. It's kind of repetitive. You know, you have like your basic attack and your strong attack with your X and Y.
Yeah, and you
And
can do different combos with it.
yeah, I was watching Bobby, and he had solid like 42 or some shit, 50 something. I don't know, but it was a great combo. His first fight, and I was like, man, that's great. I've been playing this game for like 4 days, and the highest I have is 26. So felt a little disheartened there, but it was cool. I love how you made Andrew WK, by the way. That's super funny.
Yeah, I made an Andrew WK looking Saiyan.
Yeah,
So that's fun.
It was good.
Yeah, I like it.
I just made a dumbass normal guy, and he used Yamcha's hair, and then I was sad. Not Yamcha.
That
But-
Yamcha.
No, like the battles are they're I don't know. They're pretty simple if you can like just keep juggling the dude, like knocking him and then catching up to him and keep knocking him, and it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to take someone out. But if you mess it up and you don't block right or use your like stop them from comboing you move, I don't know what it's called, but you'll get fucked up pretty easily. Like I had a hard time with Frieza. Frieza kicked the shit out of me a bunch. 'Cause he goes through like you have like 4 different little stages to fight him, or like yeah, I guess stages of the fight.
This
And
isn't
he
even
gets-
my final form.
Yeah, and he goes back to like full health, and you have to stay at your current health. You only can use 1 health potion per fight, I guess. So
Oh,
it
that's
was kind
shitty.
of tough. Yeah,
I haven't made that far yet.
it's kind of frustrating. Also, which was frustrating was I don't know if you're the Ginyu Force saga yet,
Yeah,
but
I am there.
you get changed into Captain Ginyu and you have to go help Krillin and Gohan get the Dragon Balls off of the ship. I don't know if you've gotten that far yet.
That's
But
actually
you'll
where
get-
I'm at right now.
And it's super frustrating trying to fight in the small freaking rooms, like those corridors. And
Yeah,
stuff, 'cause the
yeah.
camera just gets all Willy Wonka and fucking nuts, and it's fucking kind of frustrating because you got to keep those 2 jerks alive.
Yeah, and they suck.
Oh,
They suck so bad.
That one, ugh.
When I saw you streaming it earlier in the week, you were in like this giant open valley area. It seemed pretty open, but if that fighting style would be hard in
Right. No, there's most of them are big and open, but that one particular like mission, I guess, it puts you in a like a corridored off spaceship, and it's like half the time I was fighting on the top of the roof, like at the very you couldn't go any higher because you're just flying around.
Yeah.
The camera on, so I couldn't see. I don't know. So that part was like a little frustrating, but with the out in the open it's fine. I'm still trying to get the hang of like going down. You have to click the left stick to like descend and try to like keep the pressure on the guy. If I screw that up, and I'll get up and then hit me with a bunch of shit and kill me. So kind of hard, but I don't know. It's neat. It's neat because it's like an MMO in a sense, because you can like there's like an MMO hub where you can see everybody's character and you can inspect them and see their abilities and shit. The first couple, the first like 10 people I looked at were like level 80s, and this was Monday night. Or no, this is
God.
Tuesday afternoon when it came out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, level 80 is the cap, and it was like level 60 to 80, and I was like,
No
what
way.
the hell? This game just came out. How are they already this high? Like it was. So I don't know if the game was glitched or they were hacking or what was going on, but it was like,
That's bizarre.
yeah, it was kind of weird.
They were the devs.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
they could have been, yeah.
That's actually maybe probably what it was.
Yeah, totally.
So, but it's super fun. There's like the emotes I was talking Bobby about. If you are running around with your other friend, you can do like a bunch of Ginyu Force emotes.
Yeah.
A bunch of like you can do the fusion dance. Which
Yeah,
is
that's
pretty
cool.
Funny. There's a bunch of stuff. It's a total like fan service game for Dragon Ball, and that's like my favorite part about it. Is there's so many little things that are like you're not a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you won't appreciate it. I don't know. There's like animated cutscenes that are looks like it's just taken from the show, which are brand new for this game. Like the characters get there's new characters that get introduced so far, and they introduce them through a cutscene that looks like it was taken straight from the show. So that's kind of
That's
neat.
so cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Because like the in-game cutscene through the engine, kind of shitty. Like the characters' mouths don't move, and you're just kind of like, So that's what I mean when it's like as like a video game, it leaves a little bit to be desired. But as a Dragon Ball video game, like if as a fan of Dragon Ball, you're just like you can like look past it and just be like, this game's fun.
Yeah, totally.
Because I don't know, it's great. I haven't played a lot of the other Dragon Ball Z games, so I can't really be like it's the best one ever, because I don't really have much to judge on. But I've heard a lot of people saying that it is the best one ever, so I have to go off them.
Cool.
Take their word for it. But yeah.
Do you how many stars do you give this, or beards do you give this?
Will give it. I wanted to give it like a 10. To be biased because
Yeah, no,
it.
it's not a 10 because
It's not a 10.
Okay, real quick, the story of this game is fucking bonkers. You get picked up by Trunks. He wishes you to this place with the Dragon Balls, and
Toki City.
yeah, yeah, and then you're a time cop with future Trunks, which his timeline is gone, so he shouldn't exist this late into the game. But you're a time cop with Trunks. That's the whole premise of the game. You're just going back and fixing timelines.
Yeah, well, there's two jerks that are like going back in time and changing stuff.
Yeah.
And powering up the bad guys. Then, therefore, they are no longer getting beaten by Goku and. So you have to step in and help.
Yeah.
Like Raditz dodges out on the special beam cannon guy there, so you're like, oh shit, he's too strong. So there's other shit. That's kind of like what the idea is. There's two dudes there's people that are fucking with the timeline, and you gotta go back and like unfuck it.
Yeah. It's just goofy, like.
It is, yeah. It's funny, and it's like I don't know. It's just like it's a funny If it's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
Yep, we lost audio.
Yeah, we lost your audio, Nate. I don't know if your headset.
Oh no.
Oh wait, there it is.
There we go.
Suck it. But, I'll give this game. Fuck. I'll give it like an 8.5.
So the Grandpa Beard with the little bit of fuzz on the side.
Yeah, dude.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can dig it. I'd say it's probably worth that.
Like I said, I want to give it more because I'm just like a Dragon Ball Z fan. Fundamental kind of
Yeah.
On a side note of Dragon Ball Z fans, did you guys happen to see the fan film that came out this week?
No, I didn't.
One, but Trunks fights the androids?
I don't know. It was.
I did not. I saw something. I don't know if it's the one you're talking about. But...
I don't know. It was better than the dumb Hollywood one.
That's not hard to do. All you had to do was show the Dragon Ball Z logo, and that was better than that fucking movie.
There were two fan films came out. I know we're not supposed to talk about TV, but Power Rangers fan film, so good.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
It's so good. You should watch it. It's got Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica in it. And good stuff. And it's got Dawson's Creek.
Woo.
Berluga in chat says Dragon Ball Time Lord. Yes, you are a Dragon Ball Time Lord. You're a Time Lord, Time Cop, wizard.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
That's all that I got to talk about that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see either of those, but I bet they were fun.
I don't mind talking about Homeworld next.
Okay.
Good.
Boom, Homeworld Remastered Collection. Lay it on us, Big Daddy. You've been talking about this game for 2 months.
It's so I pre-ordered this game last March when the collector's edition came out on. Don't make fun of me, man. It's good.
Just
this game won Game of the Year in 1999.
Dang.
For like best game in 1999, and it deserved it because it was good. And so it's an RTS that takes place in 3D space, so you can move around on an X, Y, and Z axis. So, like there's some ships in the game that are like, oh well, they're really strong in the front, so you got to flank them. So you have to go like up and around in order to flank them. Really cool for moving mechanics, and they got it right. Like you'd think it'd be difficult to move around in a 3D space in a game, but they did it right in this game. The story is just epic. Basically, it's Battlestar Galactica, but before they did the remake of the TV show, where it's like you have a planet, and then that planet gets destroyed, and you have to go to your home world that originally came from thousands of years. Yeah. So the Homeworld Remaster collection is both Homeworld 1 and 2. So you get the original storyline and you get the there was a middle game they came out with, which was Homeworld Cataclysm, but I guess the source code has been lost.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
That was a fun one. That was a good game. But once they redid it from scratch.
Well, we lost Spencer's audio for a second.
Your audio is doing the same thing.
Yeah, yours is cutting out really bad too.
Hold on. Okay.
Yay for our shitty headsets, boyo.
Yeah.
I'm not even using a headset this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
For looks.
All right. How's that?
I don't just
okay.
Just go. I'll tell you if you cut out again.
Anyway. So yeah, it's a great game if you're a fan of RTSs and a fan of space saga amazingness. This is like a game for you.
So StarCraft?
And well, no, but it's StarCraft better because it's not just like on a 2D plane. Like you're in 3D space. You can like move your ships around, and then they add all these really cool audio sound effects to it, to where it's like your ships actually talk back to you and give you responsive feedback. So it's like if your resource collectors are done collecting over on the other side of the map, you'll actually get a response back from them like, sorry, it's just dust out here. There's nothing left. And so you'll know, oh, hey, look, my resource collectors are done collecting. Or it's like if you're building ships and you're focused on your mothership, and suddenly like you grouped your fighters to group 2. It'll be like, oh, hey, group 2 has encountered the enemy. And so you can be like, oh, shit, okay, this is cool. And then you can zoom in, and each of your little ships gives you responsive feedback to where it's like, oh, I'm dying, I'm going down. And so you actually hear the combat chatter going on with all of your ships.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's quite cool.
They took all of the original voice actors and then re-recorded their voices for this, so it's all brand new audio. They redid everything. It's a really good homage to the. They basically redid all the graphics to where it's in your mind's eye, where it's like, okay, I played this game back in the year 2000, 15 years ago, and this is how I imagined it looking. And that they really captured that point of it.
Well, that's cool.
Like,
that's really cool.
This is how I thought it would look, and this is how it looks now. This is perfect. Anyway, it's great. I honestly give this a super wizard.
Dude, whoa!
It deserves
just for the record, that's our very first 10 ever.
This is a 10 out of 10.
We're 5 episodes deep, and this is the first 10.
Yeah,
Boom.
No, honestly, it deserves it.
Good on you, Homeworld.
Good on you.
It's such a good game.
That 10 looked good on you.
I have no beefs with it at all. There's nothing I can say that they could have done better. Maybe like add a fast forward button into Homeworld 1 because it's in Homeworld 2. But I mean, that's honestly it. Otherwise, it's a perfect game. Like, and I don't say that about games. Like this,
yeah, you're usually very critical, because I remember we played Dying Light, and you were upset the fact that to unlock the safe zones, you had to turn the power on and turn the lights on, and you said that didn't make sense, and you got mad about it.
Yeah. I'm very critical on games, and I have no criticisms on Homeworld. Like
Not a single one.
not a single one.
This
Like,
game is 100% flawless.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I never saw a single graphics glitch. I never, everything about it was amazing. And it's still tough. Like, I played this game when I was 12 years old, and it was difficult. I still play it now, and it's still just as difficult.
Well, that's because you're bad at games.
Shut up.
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm better at it, but it's still a tough game. Like,
No,
anyway,
that's...
it feels like a new game. It doesn't feel like it's just a remastered version of the old one.
Yeah.
Like, it feels fresh.
That's good.
What I like about it a lot. Anyway,
That's good.
So fresh.
Super Wizard.
So fresh, so clean.
Wizard.
Well then, should we talk about the order and listen to me rant about this?
Yeah.
Straight up. Alright, I'm just going to start this off with whoever reviewed this game professionally didn't fucking play the game. 100% never played the game. They watched it played by somebody else, because giving this game the ratings that it got, I'm not going to call out any companies or anything like that, but the 6.7, the don't play this game, all the other ratings that it got are fucking bullshit. First of all, one of the complaints was there's a quick time overload. What? So the cutscenes were too good? There are too many cutscenes and you had too much fun watching the game? Okay. Sluggish pacing, I'll give you that. The pacing was a little weird sometimes when you couldn't run, you couldn't do anything except for walk really, really slow. That's one of the only complaints I have about this game. Another one of the complaints was that the story was a mess. The story was a mess. You didn't play the game, or you didn't pay attention to the game, because the story was great. You're a retard. The combat. Everybody said the combat was boring. The combat was the same, almost the same exact combat system that Uncharted uses. The shoot and cover, the same wave of mindless, stupid enemies that you see over and over again, but Uncharted, everybody says that's great. That's a great mechanic, that's a great thing to happen, but the guys that left Naughty Dog to start Ready at Dawn and made the order and used the same mechanic, all of a sudden it's not good. Hate ya! And, okay, this little pet peeve that they had. The cinematics were a distraction. What? You don't like to play game and watch game get played? You don't like to have good, pretty videos? You want boring, stupid, just gameplay all the time? Hate ya! Jump off a river. Jump off a river, onto a bridge, and then jump off it again into the river. God, I'm angry about this. Alright. Back to how I feel about the game. This was a great game. Short, but it was great. The collectibles aren't really a whole lot of fun to collect. They're usually really little small things. They don't even tell you that's a real collectible in the game, but you have to collect them all. And you don't really collect them. You kind of pick them up and you can examine them and look around. Some of them, they have like small interactions. Some of them you can actually like flip around and you can like read the backside. There's like little notes on the backside of papers and stuff. Newspaper clippings are cool. They talk about a lot of cool old London things, like Jack the Ripper's in the game. So that was pretty cool. They talk about him a lot. The story was great. There was great story. Great storytelling. Fluid storytelling. And if anybody says otherwise, they're not paying attention. Because they explain everything. They tell you everything that's going on. And it's a lot of fun to watch the story unfold. There's two really big twists in the game that blew my mind. And the end of the game, the very last thing you get to do, I didn't want to do it. They're like, push this button and then push this button. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to do that. I don't want to spoil anything, but I just didn't want to do it. If you play through the game, it's a really short game. It only take you about 6 to 7 hours if you just blow through it really fast. And the last scene of the game, you don't want to. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. It was very, very emotional.
So I played through about 4 chapters of the game so far. How much more do I have?
I think there's 12 total, but so some of them are really short and they don't actually tell you that you're in that chapter. You'll just skip and it'll be like chapter 7. But I mean if that's what people are upset about too, that's a dumb thing to be upset about because that's okay. You skipped a couple of chapters that they didn't say stop the game and be like you're in this chapter. But, you know, whatever. Where was I? Oh, one of the complaints that I have is that they kind of marketed the game as that you were going to fight a lot of werewolves. There are not very many werewolf fights in the whole game at all. You're mostly fighting other humans. It's like this resistance thing that people that you're fighting. They don't actually do a whole lot of werewolf things. But the werewolf fights that you do get into are really fucking cool. They're like the hit and run tactics. They're a lot of fun. They're hard. I died a lot at that parts. There's only 2 real boss fights in the whole game. And they're identical. They're the same exact fight. You do the same exact things. The last one's obviously a lot harder. But it's pretty much just the same thing, just repeated. Which, I mean, it wasn't a bad thing. Like, I thought there wasn't a whole lot you could do with that. Unless you're just going to run and gun against the final boss and make that different that way. But, I mean, the way that they did it, I thought was fine. I mean, sure, it sucked it was the same thing, but it was still cool. Because the interactions in the final boss fight were way different. Like, there was, like, small cutscenes and some other things that happened, so it made it a little more dynamic, I guess. The weapons in this game are phenomenal. They're so much fun to use. There's a weapon towards the end of the game called the shoulder cannon, and it's just a giant gun on your shoulder, and it just shoots rockets. And it's really cool and really fun to use. All the other guns are really cool. There's the thermite rifle's a lot of fun. I personally like the first gun you get. You use the first big gun. It's like a semi-automatic rifle, but it has an alternative fire trigger, and you shoot it, and it just shoots like a pulse and just knocks people down. It's that was really fun to do. Just run around and just knock people down, and then just melee them to death.
Get those achievements.
Yeah, one of them is you have to do 30 of those. You have to knock 30 people around. I didn't get that one though. Visually, this is the best looking game ever. There is not a better looking game than this game out right now. I stand by that 100%. This game is the best looking game ever made. Hands down.
Nice.
Yeah, like, visually, this game blows anything away. It's so pretty. So many pretties. What else is there to talk about this game? Characters. The characters in the game are great characters. All of them. You get very, very attached to all the characters, and you get very involved with the characters. The storytelling in this game is great. The way that they told this story was awesome. And if this game doesn't get a sequel because of bad sales, because of bad reviews, I'm going to throw a fit and go on a killing spree. I'll say it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll say it.
In Halo, right?
Yeah, no. Killtacular.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, there are some things I do agree with. The sluggish pacing was a little weird in some parts. You're kind of like, oh, why do I can't jog a little bit. I have to walk really slow. So that was kind of weird. Like I said, that the 2 boss fights you get into are identical. So that's kind of lame. But all the other complaints are just bizarre. Like, they just don't make sense. If you actually played the game, they just don't make sense to what they are giving this game. It's just... I'm almost convinced that this whole Gamergate thing has people scared to give games good reviews unless they're a chain like Halo, Call of Duty, stuff like that. Or, Evolve, which is a bad game that got a 9 pretty much across the board.
You know how you just got mad at people who reviewed games?
Yeah, like you're the total opposite about Evolve.
Like, I'm just mad at that game in general. All the time.
It's because
And every
it's
week
not...
we bring it up, and I just get so angry.
Evolve could go suck a dick.
This is still my favorite quote from last week.
Yeah, like... I don't understand. I just... It's infuriating. I've finished the game and was yelling on stream. Like, you can go back and look through my archive, and I was so pissed. I, like, tossed my controller down and just threw a fit. And I even said, on the stream, I said, anybody that reviewed this game did not fucking play this game. I can almost guarantee it. They must have either watched it being played, or they played it with their eyes closed. Because this is so dumb. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, What do you give it?
I give it Grandpa Beard and Fuzz.
All right.
8.5. The order gets an 8.5 from me. What else do we have to talk about? Yeah, I mean, like, ugh, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm getting more angry about it. I could take it off my screen because I don't want to look at it anymore. You dumb buzzards and your stupid ratings. Ugh.
Yeah, I can't wait to play through the rest of the game.
You should do that.
I
Want to
just
shoulder
played some of
can.
it. It looked real good.
I've been working all week, so
Yeah.
it's been a little difficult. Oh yeah, I forgot to show everybody this. This is my Homeworld Remastered collection model spaceship. Yeah, it came with my collector's edition of Homeworld Remastered collection. It's pretty. It's the mothership. It's great.
That's fun.
Anyway, I just had to show everybody that. Video game releases this week. What do we got?
I know Helldivers comes out on Tuesday.
No, the game looks so fun.
Yeah, Helldivers is gonna be great fun, baby.
Well, sounds like you need to get a PS4, Nate.
No, I told Bobby already. I might have to buy a used one.
Yeah,
Does Bobby have a used one?
I do have 2 PS4s.
The ones I just gave back to him. I wish I would have known this was coming out. I wouldn't have given it back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to this for another couple weeks.
Well, we've been waiting. We've been waiting for a release date on this game for like a year now. So.
No, I'm really excited. We're gonna have to find some time and play it all together this week. Nate, you'll probably have to borrow Bobby's PlayStation, or just go over to his house and play it over there for a while.
Yeah.
Figure something out.
Yeah. Or one of us can just buy it, and then PlayStation features that sharing thing. You know, the cool sharing thing where you can just join your friend's game.
Yeah.
Even though you don't own it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So we can do that this week. We'll probably stream later. I've heard good things about Scream Ride. It's
I don't know what that is.
This is for you, Nate, because it's only on Xbox One and Xbox 360.
Woo!
Basically the successor to Roller Coaster Tycoon, kind of, but you just make really cool roller coasters and ride them.
Nice.
And have fun with good graphics. So, it looks fun. It looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Well,
I might be playing Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 1, and then 2 comes out on Tuesday. So, I might do that since I have it on Steam.
nice.
My beef with it still is that they promise co-op, and this is, I think, everybody's beef with it. They promised co-op on PC, but didn't release it with co-op on PC.
Yeah.
And there's no plans on doing that. So a modder 4 days into the release was like, well, fuck y'all, I'm gonna mod it. And
I'll do it myself.
Co-op.
Good old modders. Can always count on those guys.
So anyway, episode 2 comes out this week. So I'll probably play through that and scare myself, freak myself out because
Use a baby.
I'm a baby.
Use baby.
But my name's not Nate.
Sick burn.
I'll kill you.
Well, PlayStation this week, Ace is a very PS1 classic game is coming out. It's fly authentic World War II era airplanes across missions, not minions, that will test your dogfighting and strafing abilities where split-second decisions lead to success. So, there's that. Crimson Land, PS3 digital, is a 3-way cross-buy. It's an intense top-down shooter where your screen is filled with literally hundreds of aliens, giant spiders, mutant lizards, and more. Complete 60 quests to unlock an array of weapons abilities, then unleash your arsenal in 5 survival modes with leaderboards.
Fun.
Helldivers.
So excited.
Helldivers is a hardcore cooperative twin-stick shooter from the creators of Magicka. It's part of an elite unit called the Helldivers. Players must work together to protect Super Earth and defeat the enemies of mankind in an intense intergalactic war.
No creepy promo guy voice. If I'm not allowed to do it, you're not allowed to do it.
That game is so fun.
It's gonna be dude. It's gonna be awesome, dude. I'm gonna.
Some dudes play it.
Yeah.
It's like friendly fires on.
Yeah.
Get fucked up super easy.
Yeah. It's gonna be so much fun. It's dude. So excited.
I'm over tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Do it.
Tuesday.
Honor stug.
La Maluna EX, PS Vita digital game. A combination of classic 2D platforming, Metroidvania-style adventuring, and challenging action gameplay, Mulana X takes you deep into the ancient ruins of La Mulana and on a quest to discover not just valuable treasure, but the secret to life itself.
Cool.
Ollie Ollie 2, welcome to Ollywood. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a skater game. It's fun. Orishika, Tainted Bloodlines, PS Vita. Guide your clan over multiple generations on an epic quest to lift a curse against your bloodline, battling cruel enemies and spectacular bosses in this beautiful watercolor turn-based RPG set, Ancient Japan. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. I'm into that. Let's do that. Let's just play that. Play that.
Don't forget Zombie Army Trilogy. The bundle comes out on Steam this week.
Bro, I'm almost there. Because it comes out on PS4 as well.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's exciting.
Shiflings control two adorable, dim-witted alien space. Oh, we talked about this game. It's a game where you fart. You fart into the tube and it makes your other guy blow up, and you have to.
You fart into your Connect.
Yeah, you fart into your Connect, and that's how it works. White Knight. The dark will reveal all. Explore the macabre past of an old mansion in the 1930s, and solve puzzles, lights, and shadows, and full of black and white survival horror. Players are trapped in this nightmare where darkness is a constant threat. Oh, well, that sounds like kind of fun. Probably not gonna play it though. Yeah. Zombie Army Trilogy for the PS4 digital. Experience gut-wrenching third-person horror and intense co-op action for the creators of Sniper Elite 3. In the dying flames of World War II, Hitler has unleashed one final unholy gamble, a legion of undead super soldiers that threatens and overwhelms the whole Europe.
That sounds amazing.
Demos and betas. There's a Bladestorm Nightmare demo and Crimson Land PS3 free trial. So, there you go.
I'm excited about Zombie Army Trilogy because I played Zombie Army 1 and 2, and it's fun co-op.
You're fun really co-op.
You're the best co-op.
Sick burn.
I try.
We just lit you on fire and threw gasoline on you. Sick burn.
Well, make sure that you check out our streams throughout the week.
I'm the party train. I go first. You know that. That's the rule. No, I'm just kidding. You can go first.
No,
I think you just did go first. So.
Watch Party Train with a 4 instead of an A.
Yeah, P4RTYTRAIN. Party Train. Party Train.
And Avenger 1 right here. My very unique name. I like making fun of my name because it's so unique.
Woo, and I'm Flankton.
That's Flankton.
Again.
He's on his stream again. He got his stream fixed. He did it. He's a big boy now.
Yeah. Well, fun playing video games this week. We'll try to figure out Helldivers and time for all of us to play together, and it's great and fantastic and fun.
Helldivers.
Because we're Helldivers. Woo.
Hell yeah.
Great cape physics in that game.
Great cape physics.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know. Destiny's the first person. You can't, I guess, unless you're looking at your friend's cape. But
yeah. Well, anyway.
The cape of Destiny is not what I remember that game for. So
make sure you
next Sunday.
Yeah, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch. Follow all of our individual streams on Twitch. Like us on Facebook. You can see, a post a month from us. Follow us on Twitter if you want to see all of.
Dude, it's like every day.
Yeah, but we have. Yeah, I did, and you have to pay to get everybody to see it. So.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So, some people
Facebook sucks.
I posted a couple things this week.
Good job. Proud of you. And follow us on Twitter. Because we have a Twitter. So, follow us on all those things. Make sure you tune into all of our streams. That's it for Beards, Tattoos, and Video Games episode 5.
Join us next Sunday, 3 p.m.
3, not 2. 3. 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3.